One game in the books, three more left to go as we have 2026 Chuck Duck coverage here at Susquenita High School, brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yardscapes. And one game in the books for junior varsity boys. Now it's the girls' turn. Junior varsity girls matchup here today for West Prairie and Susquenita as part of the Chuck Duck quadruple header here at Susquenita High School. Hello everyone watching on the Prairie County Talk Sports official page and on Prairie County Sports Talk YouTube channel. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Prairie County basketball. The Susquenita Blackhawks building momentum at the start of this day. Just concluded about a half hour ago. Susquenita boys basketball getting a big win over the Mustangs. And one thing that we learned in between games here, we want to say congratulations to the Susquenita Junior Varsity Boys team completing a perfect season in mid-pen play. It was very close for Susquenita to have an overall perfect season, but perfect record undefeated in the mid-pen conference. Congratulations to the Susquenita Blackhawks, and they are looking to get another junior varsity win here for the girls. Susquenita, we have the starting lineup. Susquenita is coached by Steve Collins. West Prairie is coached by Ali Howard. Here's the starting five for both teams. First for the West Prairie Lady Mustangs. Number 5 is Alyssa Moret. Number 10 is Blake Dyer. Number 13 is Mia Smith. Number 21 is Sage Miller. And number 23, Alexis Yoder. For the Susquenita Lady Hawks, our head coach Steve Collins. For junior varsity girls, here's the starting five. For Susquenita, number 10 is Megan Wexler. Number 12 is Katie Amy. Number 23 is Abby McAvoy. Number 24 is Gabriella Canals. And number 33 is Gabriella Buck. You got the two Gabbies starting for Susquenita in the junior varsity game. For the girls, in the junior varsity boys, Susquenita getting a 43-34 win over the Mustangs. And this could be a big one here. A year ago at West Prairie in the Chuck Duck quadruple header, West Prairie swept the junior varsity games, and now Susquenita looking to do the same thing here today on their home court. But one thing that we have never seen before for the Chuck Duck quadruple header, for the longest time for this rivalry, it was only the two varsity games, but now we have the junior varsity games mixed into it, and we have never seen either one of these schools to have a 4-game sweep. And Susquenita getting the day off started with a big win in the junior varsity boys, and we'll be back in 2 minutes for the start of the junior varsity girls game as we are about to conclude the first half of Chuck Duck 2026. The rubber ducks are about to go on sale at halftime during this game. We'll make sure to collect some and get you set for Chuck Duck. The actual Chuck Duck festivities will happen in between the varsity games. But we'll be back in less than 2 minutes for the start of the junior varsity girls matchup. It is West Prairie girls versus Susquenita girls in junior varsity, and it's live on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be back for the start of this game. Game 2 coming up next.
Gymnasium. Additionally, we have a wheel of bake sale out there in the gym lobby, all baked goods. So we would like for you to go out there and get your good eats. We also have a wonderful concession stand as well. This afternoon, we have the pleasure of our Susquenita West Side Singers, who are going to sing the national anthem for us today. So at this time, if you will please rise, remove your caps, and I'll send it over to Mrs. Mauser and the West Side Singers.
Beautiful performance there for Susquenita Flyer here.
Once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our next
Crowd is starting to get bigger as we move along today. And here we go with our junior varsity girls matchup. Susquenita won the JV boys game. Now Susquenita girls looking to do the same thing here. And here we go for the start of the junior varsity girls game. Game 2 of 4 here this afternoon. Here we go with the West Perry Lady Mustangs. Sage Miller for West Perry. Megan Wexler, for Gabby Canals. And here we go in just a second, the junior varsity boys game. Susquenita JV girls gets the opening tip-off. And we are underway here for game 2 this afternoon here at Susquenita High School. Game 2 of 4. For Group of Header fundraiser Chuck and Doug for the Wounded Warriors Project. And we could be expecting a very low scoring game because the West Perry Lady Mustangs, their offense could be a little bit better for the Lady Mustangs, but it's their defense that has been really on fire all season long. And so we'll see how West Perry fares in this one. And here's the defense we've been talking about, and a high shot, and almost goes in for Blake Dyer. And that's off the mark, but she'll head to the line shooting 2. Blake Dyer, daughter of Coach Shannon Dyer. Fouls on Abby McAvoy. First free throw off the mark for Blake Dyer. Blake Dyer, younger sister of Shay Dyer. Graduated from West Perry a year ago. Currently up on Disney Road doing Disney University through Lock Haven. Here's the second free throw. That's also off the mark for Blake Dyer. Ball goes out of bounds. And Susquenita will take over. This pass goes right over to Shannon Dyer over on the West Perry sideline. Bench, I should say. So with the Mustangs, Leah Smith goes over to Blake Dyer, and a ball put out of bounds in Susquenita student section. I'm loving that the Susquenita student section, they have a like an ESPN table down there in front of the student section, and tell you what, you might see some future broadcasters down there right now. If you're not, I don't know if I can stream again. They have their computers and everything, but I don't see any cameras. Hey, good for them. Here's a high shot. That is off the mark for Susquenita's Abby McAvoy. It's out of bounds, and West Perry takes it back. Substitution for the Lady Blackhawks. 22, Maya Rita. There's Blake Dyer under heavy pressure. Susquenita student section. We didn't hear a whole lot of noise from Susquenita student section during the junior varsity boys game. And here they're making noise, and a whistle. Susquenita boys basketball also cheering on the Lady Hawks. Foul on Gabby Canals, and a shot rejected, and a foul, and no, it's on West Perry. Foul on the Lady Mustangs. Foul is on Blake Dyer. It's her first, team's first of the game. Dyer almost got that ball away from Megan Wexler. Wexler with the shot out of bounds, denied by Sage Miller. Sage Miller, a freshman, was the starting goalkeeper this past fall for West Perry girls soccer. The youngest starting goalkeeper in West Perry history. And now here's the shot, and that's off the mark for Susquenita's Gabby Buck. Funny, you got two Gabbies. are starting here for Susquenita. Gabby Buck and Gabby Canals. And here's a three-point shot. That goes in for Maya Reeder. First three of the game and gets Susquenita on the board first. Blake Dyer over to Alyssa Moret. And West Prairie very quickly will call a timeout. Ali Howard, head coach, junior varsity. West Prairie calls a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. What a start here defensively and now offensively for Susquenita. That was a message for Ali Howard. I had a chance to talk to her early game, and I think that worries her the most is that defensively we're fantastic. Offensively, they cannot afford to have Susquenita go out so quickly, and that's exactly why there was such a quick timeout after the first basket of the game was made for Susquenita. Yes, when Susquenita gets hot, they get hot. And now there's a pass, a wide open look, but Alexis Yoder unable to hang on. Susquenita gets a free turnover. This ball is loose, taken back by Blake Dyer. Dyer finds Alyssa Moret. And now here's Smith from corner three, overshoots it, and rebound by Buck. Out of bounds. Yeah, that was clear from up here. Maya Reeder. Very stepped out of bounds. Here's Sage Miller. Avoiding pressure. A whistle, a foul. Stay West Prairie ball. Was it a jump ball? Actually, yes, it was a jump ball. Going towards West Prairie direction. Yoder from the line goes to Alyssa Moret. Finds Blake Dyer, but not quite. This ball is poked free. Megan Wexler, their breakaway, and she lost control as she was about to approach the basket. This ball goes out of bounds. That's break. It's a little bit of a break. Substitution coming for the Lady Hawks. Abby McAvoy back in for Susquenita. Dangerous pass, and Alyssa Moret able to hang on. That has been getting herself some varsity playing time most recently. That's probably girls basketball varsity team, or actually both teams here. They're coming off with, we're hanging into this one with momentum. Both teams being Enfield Peona just last night at West Prairie for West Prairie girls basketball senior night. Backwards pass, it was deflected, and the ball is still loose and hung up by Wexler. Eye-lopping pass out of reach of Katie Amy. Scott Markowitz, the Susquenita Athletic Director, with us here today. I haven't seen any signs of the West Prairie Athletic Director, Aaron Morsel, just yet. I'm sure he'll be coming along here soon. There's a high shot, and this ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Susquenita. 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. 3-0 lead for the Hawks. There's a three-point shot, and I don't think that was tipped. That was just well short for Mia Smith. Smith gets it back. Pass intercepted and taken right back by Susquenita. A shot, and Maya Reeder will head to the line shooting two. Foul is the second on Blake Dyer. Maya Reeder becomes the first player to head to the free throw line today. First one drops in. Maya Reeder rocking some different colored shoes. Ball driven around and drops in for Reeder. Maya Reeder has all 5 points for Susquenita. Alexis Yoder. Georgia Smith. That's Moran way downtown is too strong. Offensive rebound for Smith. Offensive rebound again after a tough shot there and whistle. Foul called on Susquenita. Foul is the second on Abby McElroy. That's the third foul on Susquenita in this quarter. 2:45 remaining. Like Dyer, good passing here for LA Mustangs. Here's Smith. Over to Moret. Like Dyer. Good defense here for the LA Hawks. And now it's right away for Melissa Moret off the mark. Offensive rebound for Smith. Sage Miller, Blake Dyer trying to post one up. Smith, a second chance from the perimeter is off the mark. And it's rebounded by Gabby Canals. An ankle breaker here and slipping and sliding her way to an interception. Maya Reeder had a good look, but she trips. And now here's a foul. Blake Dyer was on the move. 1:53 remaining in our first quarter. Junior varsity girls game. That's the first foul on Maya Reeder. It's 4 fouls now on Susquenita. Substitution coming for the Lady Mustangs. Play number 4, that's Savannah Stump. Now in for the Lady Mustangs. Dyer trying to find the red and jump ball. And this is West Perry possession. It wasn't a jump ball we saw earlier. One of West Perry basketball's all-time greats, Mike Urich, is with us here. He has been keeping the scorebook all season long for West Perry girls basketball, and he is here with us here again. Substitution for the Lady Hawks. Harper Howell is now in for Susquenita. Here's Stump. Stump in trouble. Nice Blake Dyer. Here's Moret. Back to Dyer and trying to get back Dyer, but the pass is deflected and taken away by Megan Wexler, who gets one up and doesn't drop down. But Megan Wexler will head to the line shooting 2 for the first time. That's the 4th foul on West Perry, the first on Alyssa Moret. Free drops in. Wexler. Free throw is off the mark for Wexler. A 6-0 run for Susquenita. Start of this game. West Perry trying to get on the board before time expires in the first quarter. It's Blake Dyer. Sage Miller finds Moret. Over to Savannah Stump. Blake Dyer. There's Yoder. And Yoder under double coverage. West Perry trying to call a timeout. No. And it's a jump ball, and Susquenita gets it back. Great double pressure defense for Susquenita. Mia Eckert and Madeline Smiley, they're on the stop. There is Smiley. Pass from Gabby Canals. Canals and a shot. It didn't look like a shot, it looked more like a pass, but the officials call it a shooting foul regardless. Or no, I guess it's not a shooting foul, but it is a foul on Alexis Yoder. There's Eckert. Eckert with a layup and not much contact, but enough to draw the foul. And Mia Eckert at the line shooting 2. Second foul on Alyssa Moret. 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. First free throw today. Drops in. Substitution for Lady Hogs, Melissa Hess. Now coming in for Gabby Canals. One for Eckert. Too strong. They back by Barrett. Selling up around a backwards pass. It goes out of bounds and it was tipped by Susquenita's Megan Rexler, so Lady Mustangs get it back. Sagebauer lays one up, desperation shot to try to get on the board. And a whistle, jump ball, West Perry gets it back. 16 seconds remain in the first quarter. West Perry needs to get a shot off here. Boy, being shut out for the first 7 minutes. Shot here in Susquenita student section. Got the West Perry Lady Mustangs jumping early. Pulling up a fake shot clock. And a jump ball, and Susquenita gets it back. This pass was intercepted, and we have reached the end of the first quarter. It's a touchdown lead for Susquenita, 7-0 at the end of one. This is West Perry versus Susquenita Chuck-a-Duck quadruple header JV girls exclusively on the Perry County Talk Sports on Facebook and YouTube channels, and it's brought to you by the Bank of Landsberg and Pico Yard Skates. Back for a start in the second quarter. We are back here before the start of the second quarter. 7-0 lead for the Susquenita Blackhawks. Almost like a football score, isn't it? Up by a touchdown. And we were just talking about the student section they have here at Susquenita, me and my partner Nick Miller. And like the student section is making a difference, I think it's safe to say, in this game. They didn't have a whole lot to cheer about despite getting a win for Susquenita in the junior varsity boys matchup. But yeah, it's the student section is making a difference with a fake clock rundown and making noise. Yeah, they're definitely making a difference here. Like it or hate it, the Susquenita student section is one of the best in all Perry County sports. And now there's a travel called on Alexis Yoder. I'll never forget my senior year at West Perry. We had Chuck-a-Duck here. I was a senior at West Perry, and oh no, it wasn't my senior. It was my sophomore year. We had here at Susquenita, and this was back when the two student sections for Susquenita and West Perry were right next to each other. And towards the last game, which was the boys' matchup, the Susquenita Blackhawks student section had a plan, and there's a shot that goes off of West Perry, but West Perry gets it back. And the Susquenita student section had water balloons hanging towards the end of the game, and they tossed them right over to the West Perry student section. I was laughing because I wasn't even there. I wasn't sitting in the student section while it was happening. I was about ready to leave. It was hanging towards the end of the game. But yeah, the schools weren't very happy about that. And ever since then, the two student sections representing these two schools have been separated. I don't know. I think they brought it back to it was last year for the Perry County tournament. I think it was the same this year too, because no water balloons anymore. Good passing here for Lady Mustangs, and losing it here is Reeder, but Sage Merritt gets it right back. Lady Mustangs trying to get on the board, 7-0. We have 5.5 minutes remain in the first half. Here's Sage Miller, desperate shot, and Sage Miller gets the Lady Mustangs on the board. And now a bad pass, and another shot here for Mia Smith. And the Lady Mustangs go back to back and make this a one-shot game. It was kind of like a desperation kind of shot there for Mia Smith. But it didn't need to be, but it goes in anyway. Susquenita takes a 30-second timeout. Man, what a shot. That was impressive. 5:09 to go in the second quarter. This is the last of the two junior varsity games. Susquenita boys in JV won the first game, 43-34. Now Susquenita looking for a junior varsity sweep. Good movement here, but a foul, a shove. It's called. A foul is on the Lady Mustangs. It's on Mia Smith. Good defensive pressure for Lady Mustangs, coming off back-to-back shots, and here's a big three-pointer shot, and that's off the mark by Gabby Buck, able to get her own rebound, and gets one up, draws the foul, and Gabby Buck will head to the line shooting two. A lot of free throws here for Susquenita. The team so far is 4 for 6 from the line. It's the second foul on Mia Smith. And first free throw off the mark for Buck. Substitution coming for the Lady Hawks. It's number 12, Katie Amy. Gabby Buck's second free throw. Looked to be strong, but bounces in anyway. Back to a 4-point lead for Susquenita. A low-scoring defensive contest. We figure this would happen. Still loads of game time left to go. And bounce pass gets out of reach of Liddy Daniker, who just came in. The Hawks get it back. Harris Reeder. Reeder had 5 points in the first quarter, including a 3-point shot. Here's Katie Amy. Up against Lady Daniker, and now pass screen there for Gabby Buck. This pass is tipped and taken by Savannah Stump. And a whistle, a foul is called. This will be the second on Maya Reeder. Javier thought becoming a PIAA official. Here thought becoming a referee for basketball. Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that's PIAA.org. Megan Wexler comes in now for the Lady Hawks. Blake Dyer, good full court pressure defense for Susquenita. Here's Sage Miller. Back to Blake Dyer. Here's a fast up. A long 2-point shot is off the mark. Offense rebound. Sage Miller gets one up and drops in for Miller. West Prairie had 0 points in the first quarter. Here they have 6 and make it a one-shot game. Here's Wexler. Pass behind the back of Zoe Snyder goes to the West Prairie bench. And now West Prairie has a chance to tie it up or perhaps take the lead with the tray. We see West Prairie boys basketball looking on, along with Susquenita. And that's our next game coming up after this one, our varsity boys game. And 3-point shot for the lead is way off the mark. It looked good, but it had a curve in the final second there for Mia Smith. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Hawks get back. 3:16 remaining in the second quarter. Substitutions come in for the Lady Hawks. Mia Eckert for Susquenita, as well as Abby McAvoy. A lobbing pass out of reach. Trying to keep it in was Gabby Buck. Her foot was out of bounds. And West Prairie gets it back. Still down by 2. Pass on the inbound to Mia Smith. And here's Sage Miller. Sage Miller finds Smith. Back to Miller. Miller for 3 and buries it from downtown. The West Prairie Lady Mustangs were down by 7 at the end of the first quarter, and now they have the lead. A 9-1 run for West Prairie, and looking to keep it going. And 3-point shot off the mark, off the foot of West Prairie's Blake Dyer, so stay with Susquenita. A 9-1 run for West Prairie to take the lead in the second quarter. Alyssa Moret checks in for Lady Mustangs. And pass and to end the run, and there it is for Gabby Buck. Most of the points for Susquenita today have been free throws. And Lady Daniker is shoved. And she is shoved by Gabby Canals. Gabby Canals called on the shove. It's a second foul for her. And Lady Daniker, they called this a shooting foul. So Lady Daniker heads to the line shooting 2. For the first time tonight, Lady Daniker first free throw. Just a bit strong. Two and a half minutes remaining in the first half. Second throw is off the mark, strong again. Offensive rebound, however, for Sage Miller, and the Lady Mustangs get it back. That's played down by 1. Here's Daniker. Daniker lays one up, and good defense stop for Canals. Lady Hawks get it back. A low-scoring first half. There's Canals. Back over to Buck. Buck thinking about shooting 3. And travel called on Canals. The two Gabbies on the Susquenita team working well, but travel called on Canals. Substitution coming for both teams for West Prairie. Number 11, Helena Schopper is in, and for Susquenita, number 1, Mia Eckert. And Blake Dyer also checks in for West Prairie. Here is Blake Dyer. Back over to Moret. Pass to Smith. High shot and offensive rebound, and hard foul, and Schopper will head to the line shooting 2. Schopper just came in. On the Schopper will head to the line shooting 2. West Prairie as a team so far 0 for 4 from the line. It's the first foul on Madeline Smiley, who just checked in. And Schopper strong on the first, off the mark. Big crowd here is expected to get bigger as we go along. And second free throw ties it up. Helena Schopper ties it up, going 1 for 2. They are tied at 10 with 1:43 remaining in the first half. There's Wexler. Megan Wexler goes over to Canals. Bounce pass going backwards, kept in side by McAvoy. Blake Dyer pokes it out, and last touch by McAvoy, and the Lady Mustangs get it back. And 90 seconds remaining. Sage Miller and Mia Smith from the corner 3, just a bit short. Made by Madeline Smiley. Quick foul. A reaching foul is the first on Sage Miller. Substitution for the Lady Mustangs. It's number 35, Erin Lufer, now in for West Prairie. Ball and, oh man, just unable to keep the ball inside there was Megan Wexler, and the Lady Mustangs get it from the corner. They get a big break there. And Les Moret all by herself from the three, and lace up, and ball goes down and out of bounds. Last touch by Canals. 63 seconds remaining. Quick inbound pass. A hard, heavily contested shot there for Schomper. We're in the final minute of the first half in our junior varsity girls game. And now a three-point shot to take the lead back, and a foul is called on Alyssa Moran. And if that's a shooting foul, we got 3 free throws coming up, and that's indeed what we have here for number 10, Megan Wexler. 3 free throws. Foul is the third already on Alyssa Moret. First free throw, not going in for Wexler. Wexler was 1 for 2 earlier in the first quarter. Now 1 for 3. 44 seconds remain. Second free throw drops in for Wexler. That gives Susquenita the lead back. Substitution coming for both teams. Sage Miller back in for the Lady Mustangs, and for Susquenita, Harper Hauk. Harper Hauk for Susquenita, sorry. Sage Miller back in for West Perry. Second free throw, low strong, so Wexler goes 1 for 3 from the line. She's now 2 for 5. On loose ball violation, and the Hawks will get back up by 1. And Susquenita calls a timeout, a 30-second timeout called by the Lady Hawks head coach Steve Collins. And we just got the word from Rubber Ducks. They're now on sale over in the concession area right outside the gym here. That ball beginning now in about 42 seconds. Gotta get the Rubber Ducks. '26 Chuck a Duck quadruple header on Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and YouTube channel is brought to you by the Bank of Landisburg and by Pico Yardscapes. A busy day for Pico Yardscapes. I can imagine a lot of drifting snow with the high winds earlier today. Nick Miller had to work out a little bit today, but it was fortunate that we can get him here today. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be on YouTube right now. Here we go with the Lady Hawks. 27 seconds left. Susquenita able to hang on. Wexler finds Melissa Hess. Hess in trouble. And a whistle. Are we going to have a jump ball? Yes. Session pointing towards the Hawks. Now we're starting to see the varsity Mustangs for West Prairie girls basketball making their way here inside the Susquenita High School gym. And a travel was called, not a jump ball, a travel was called on Megan Wexler. And 11 seconds left. West Prairie has a chance to take the lead heading into the half. Again, a shot here for Smith and almost goes in. A shove and time runs out, and they have reached the halftime point of the junior varsity girls matchup. 11-10 for Susquenita in a low-scoring first half. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the start of the second half in our junior varsity game for girls. 2026 Chuck a Duck quadruple header on Facebook and YouTube is brought to you by the Bank of Landisburg and Pico Yardscapes. Back in 10 minutes for the start of the second half. Your score at halftime in our junior varsity girls game. Susquenita 11, West Perry 10. We are back here for the start of the second half. We got our rubber ducks. We're about ready to chuck them, but that's not until after the next game. Our varsity boys game come up next, but we still got the second half here for the junior varsity girls as the West Prairie Mustangs get the ball, and they're down by 1, about to be up by 2. No, they short by Mia Smith. And here we go with the start of the second half. And now here's the shot, and Susquenita gets it back. Right now, this is Katie Amy. We got a rubber ducks. It's time to chuck a duck. And there's the shot. Chuck it up. There's Megan Wexler. Megan Wexler's first field goal tonight. She had 2 points on free throws in the first half. Megan Wexler 2 for 5 from the free throw line so far in this game. And a foul and a turnover. Actually, a jump ball, and it's West Susquenita possession. First half stats for West Prairie: 1 point for Helena Shopper, 2 points for Mia Smith, and 7 points for Sage Miller. All 10 points coming in the second quarter. For Susquenita, 1 point for Mia Eckert, 2 points for Megan Wexler, who now has 4. Gabriella Buck with 3 points, and Maya Reeder leads the way for Susquenita at the moment with 5 points. All 5 coming in the first quarter. There's a shot, and that is good for Gabrielle Buck, or excuse me, Gabrielle Canals. Gabrielle Canals with her first 2 points tonight. Shot goes up for Alexis Yoder, and ball out of bounds. That's Gabriella Buck, half possession, out of bounds. And Lady Mustangs down by 5. Susquenita boys basketball junior varsity got the win earlier, and Blake Dyer from a long 2-point shot at mid-range gets in for her first 2 points today. Susquenita looking for a junior varsity sweep. And good footwork, keeping it in. Shooting foul here. Second foul on Sage Miller. And into line shooting 2, it's Megan Wexler who drills her first free throw. Five points out for Wexler. We're going to make it 6. Second free throw here. And dribbles around and drops in. Susquenita Leia Hawks were up by 1 at the start of the second half. Now they're up even bigger. And now it's a shot and money for Mia Smith. Second free par of the day for West Prairie, the first for Smith. And back to a one-shot game. Ball out of bounds. Oh, stay with the Hawks. 3:52 remaining. A very quick third quarter. About to be stopped here at the end very quickly. 3:52. Substitution for the Lady Hawks, number 22, Maya Reeder, back in. And Nice backwards pass, and here's Bug from the corner mid-range. That is off the mark. Alyssa Moret trying to get it back. Megan Wexler and jump ball. Possession arrow playing towards the Lady Mustangs. Substitution needed for West Perry. Shopper is back in. Elena Shopper back in for Lady Mustangs. We got some future sports broadcasters with us here. Sage Miller back to Schomper. Here's Blake Dyer. Back to Schomper. Good defensive pressure for the Lay Hawks. Mia Smith. Moret, Sage Miller. Miller from the line. A high shot, not going in. And a jump ball. Susquenita fans looking for a foul, but it says a jump ball. And possession pointing towards Susquenita anyway. Substitutions come in for Lay Hawks. Mia Eckert and Madeline Smiley. Check in for the Hawks. 3:17 to go in the third quarter. And timeout called here by West. Is this by Susquenita or it's a full timeout for West Prairie, so we'll take a break. 17-15 with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter for Susquenita. (17-15) with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. That's probably need to use the timeout to get back into this game, and now it's Susquenita looking for momentum here and driving forward. There was Susquenita's Reader. And foul called on the Lady Mustangs, a blocking foul. It's the third foul now on Sage Miller. Substitution come in for the Lady Mustangs. And it's a fan stump come in for Alyssa Moret. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook and YouTube pages. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County basketball, the biggest rivalry in all Perry County sports. West Perry and Susquenita in girls and boys basketball. The varsity games coming up next. And here's Wexler. A wide open look. A tough shot for Canals. Offensive rebound, however. Another tough shot here for Reader. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession area pointing towards the Lady Hawks. This is the season finale for Susquenita Junior Varsity Girls. West Prairie Girls Basketball in JV has one more game. That is on Tuesday on the road at James Buchanan. And here's Blake Dyer on a breakaway and a score. Blake Dyer kept scoreless in the first half, and here she has 4. And we are tied 17. Blake Dyer goes down on the ankle breaker. And careful here, you don't want a backcourt violation, but it goes out of bounds. And West Prairie gets the defensive stop. Susquenita fans not happy about no foul call there. It seems to be a good call, and the Lady Mustangs have a chance to take the lead. There's Mia Smith. Over to Shopper. Shopper shot low off the mark. Straight by Canals. 17-17 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A high-loving pass off the hand of Madeline Smiley. the future sports broadcasters down at Susquenita High School, down at Susquenita Students Section and rocking the ESPN table. Out of bounds, Sage Miller running with somebody, but gets through everybody. Susquenita takes it back. Good sidestep. And now for a free. Well, short for Smiley. Lady Mustangs get it back. Ball goes out of bounds with 94 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's Blake Dyer over to Stump. Back to Dyer. Oh, not going out of bounds. Sage Miller with a shot, and that drills in, and the Lady Mustangs have the lead. Sage Miller, the top scorer for the West Prairie Lady Mustangs so far. She now has 9 points. And a 3-point shot off the mark for Eckert. Out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Mustangs. 58 seconds left in the third. Substitution for the Lady Hawks. Number 20, Harper Houck is now in. Now a straightaway free for the lead. And a loose ball foul called on Susquenita, and Lady Mustangs get it back. 45 seconds remaining. Susquenita was ahead for most of this game. And now, here's Sage Miller with a good showing, but a shot rejected by Gabby Canals. And Susquenita gets it back on the jump ball. Or no, that was there a foul? No, it went out of bounds. Substitution for the Lady Mustangs. Aaron Lufer is back in. Susquenita down by 2. And here's the shove. Foul call on West Perry. I believe this is on Savannah Stump. And indeed it is. And that's 5 fouls on West Perry in this quarter. So now Susquenita has a chance of tying this game up with 2 free throws. Go up for Harper Houck, her first 2 free throws today. This one drops in for Houck. Substitution coming for both teams. Blake Dyer for Lady Mustangs and Melissa Hess, along with Zoe Snyder, back in for Susquenita. Free throw to tie it, and Houck does it. 19 all. 5 seconds. 23 seconds left. Blake Dyer over to Savannah Stump. And Stump to Blake Dyer. That's playing not bothered all this time by the fake clock for Susquenita Student Section, but Susquenita gets it back, however, and a foul called. This would be the first foul on Schomper. Arnold Schomper, 4.5 seconds remaining. And now, once again, here is Harper Houck heading to the line, shooting 2. First foul on Helena Schomper. Houck hits her 3rd in a row. I guess Susquenita leading with less than 5 seconds to go, and now Susquenita up by 2. Home run ball and room for one more shot is not going to happen. And what a back and forth final minutes of the third quarter has us 21-19 for Susquenita heading into the fourth quarter. This is the Junior Varsity Girls game, West Prairie versus Susquenita, as part of the Chuck and Duck quadruple header, exclusively on Prairie County Talk Sports on Facebook and YouTube pages. We'll be back for the fourth quarter and our last JV game of the day. Susquenita up by 2. Fourth quarter about to get underway. What a game we have here. First 2 games have been really good so far today. And now here we go with the Lady Mustangs. Down by 2. Looking for a quick score. Here's Smith for 3. It's well short this time. His offense rebound by Alexis Yoder. And whistle, jump ball, I believe. And yes, jump ball and Susquenita ball. Thank you so much for tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of Perry County Basketball. Chuck Duck quadruple header, game 2, now in the 4th quarter. Coming up next is the boys varsity matchup between the Mustangs and the Blackhawks in a rematch of the Perry County Championship game from earlier this season. And now here's the shot that's off the mark. Let's get out of Tri-Valley League. Looking for a junior varsity sweep. And now whistle. And good defensive stop for the Lady Mustangs. 4th quarter. Very good one here. Junior varsity girls matchup. There's Alexis Yoder. And a travel called on Yoder before the shot. Ali Howard, the junior varsity coach for West Perry. Shannon Dyer, the head varsity coach, looking on. As well as both teams for West Perry and Susquenita girls basketball looking on in their respective benches. Substitutions coming for the Lady Hawks. Gabriella Buck and Abby McAvoy is now in for the Lady Hawks. Ray, you want to talk about a big sports weekend? You're not going to find it any bigger if you're from Perry County, Pennsylvania. You got Chuckatuck here. The Olympics are going on. Congratulations to USA women's ice hockey dominant win. 3 of their players on that U.S. hockey team are currently students at Penn State. And you got, what else you got? Super Bowl tomorrow. And we want to know, we have a question to ask everybody watching at home. Who are you rooting for? What are you expecting for Super Bowl 60 tomorrow night between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots? A big game tomorrow, but hey, we got our Super Bowl of our own here. Chuck-a-Duck 2026. Ball is loose and jump ball. West Perry gets it back. No scoring change to this point in the 4th quarter. And until now, as Alexis Yoder gets the inbound pass and gets one up for her first 2 points of the game.
And they tied it up again.
And we are tied up once again here at 21 apiece. Susquenita gets the ball back. Substitution coming for the Lady Mustangs. That's Lily Danica. This ball is loose. Canales able to hang on. The ball out of bounds. Smith thought she had the ball back. And stay with the Lady Hawks. Now from the line, It's off the mark, just a bit short for Wexler. Mustangs. That was actually Katie aiming on the shot, and this ball is poked free. Blake Dyer honestly lays it off, knowing that he was going to get the ball back. Here's Smith. Tied at 21-21. Here's Daniker. Daniker has 2 points earlier, and her shot denied by Canals. Gabby Canals having something a big game defensively. Here is Canals. Back to Wexler. Wexler backwards pass, and now is hung on by Blake Dyer on the interception. Lesson Barrett back to Blake Dyer. Here's Yoder. Yoder tripped up, and a smart move there, knowing that she was going to try to get tripped up. It's not, and no, two. It is the shooting foul, I believe. And it's the third foul on Gabriella Buck. Yep, it is a shooting foul, so Alexis Yoder will have to line 2 for the first time today. And I mean, Susquenita has an argument here saying, oh, hold on, is this really a shooting foul? And no, I think it was because of the substitutions. You have to wait until the first free throw is made to bring in a substitution. Now West Gray's in, and put Lily Daniker back out there. And the first free throw drops in for Yoder, and the Lady Mustangs take the lead. Susquenita brings in their substitutions. Abby McAvoy and Harper Hout back in for Lady Hawks. Alexis Yoder has all 3 points in the fourth quarter for Lady Mustangs. She will stay at free. Second free throw is off the mark. Good defense pressure for Yoder. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Yoder gets another stop. The Lady Mustangs haven't led by more than 2 points in this game. And now they're up by 1 with less than 4 minutes remaining. There's Dyer. Barrett. Here's Smith. Back to Dyer from Barrett. Here's Daniker. Good look for Smith. Good hurry up defense for Canals. Daniker. Alexis Yoder up against Canals. Canals denied. Yoder gets it back. Finds Smith. And Lady Mustangs regroup. Blake Dyer, a reaching foul called. Reaching foul. The third foul on Maya Reeder. Maya Reeder had herself a good first quarter, hitting 5 points, including so far the only 3-pointer that was good for Susquenita. She has been kept quiet ever since. This ball is loose, goes right to Ali Howard, but Lady Mustangs get it back. 3:13 left in the fourth quarter. Out of the Susquenita student section making noise. Here's Blake Dyer. Blake Dyer gets a shot off at denied. I think she was looking for a foul, but it doesn't get as Harper Hout gets the rejection. Now coming in for Lady Mustangs is Sage Miller. Now Gabby Canals, another good block. We got a good one here, ladies and gentlemen, our junior varsity girls matchup. There's a high shot, that is short. Whistle. Is this a jump ball? No, it's a foul. And it's on Susquenita. It's the fourth foul now on Susquenita in this quarter, and it's the third foul on Gabby Canals. Now you gotta be careful. West Prairie having a very clean fourth quarter. No fouls for the Lady Mustangs just yet. That's correct. There's the whistle, and that's a foul, and Lady Mustangs are now in the bonus. And this means a player from West Prairie will head to the free throw line shooting 2. And once again, it's Alexis Yoder. It's the 4th foul now on Gabby Buck. Two free throws here for Alexis Yoder. First one drops in. Lady Mustangs are now up by 2. Lady Mustangs haven't led by more than 2 points in this game. Substitutions coming for Lady Hawks. Megan Wexler and Katie Amy back in. Center free throw drops in. And Lady Mustangs have their largest lead in the game right now, 24-21, with 2:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Susquenita cheerleaders, state qualifiers and District 3 champions, making their way into the high school chip. And a whistle. Quick foul call on Blake Dyer. That's her 3rd. And that's the team's 1st here in the fourth quarter. Free but trying to tie it. That was Mia Eckert, and it's overshot rebound by Blake Dyer. Dyer finds Letty Daniker. A big desperation time coming for the Lady Mustangs, or excuse me, for the Lady Hawks. There's Dyer again. Finds Daniker. Here's Yoder. Yoder to Moret. Moret, dangerous pass is intercepted, but lost right away. Katie Amy, and now this ball is batted down, and Lady Mustangs get it back. And West Prairie wisely, Ali Howard, the GV coach, calling for a timeout when West Prairie had the ball. And it's a full timeout for Lady Mustangs, 1:42 remaining here in the junior varsity girls game. Coming up next, right here on Prairie County Talk Sports Show Facebook and YouTube pages, we'll have the varsity matchup for West Prairie and Susquenita boys coming up next. West Prairie uses their 2nd full timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining, 1 full and 1 30-second timeout. What? Wait, back here after the West Prairie timeout. Try 4-21, 1:42 remaining. Lady Mustangs with the ball. Possession pointing towards Susquenita. And now an inbound pass, almost, it was deflected, but hung on by Blake Dyer. Now this ball is loose. Blake Dyer able to get it back. Have to be careful here. Desperation time for the Lady Hawks with a minute 25 left in the fourth. And here's a foul. Blake Dyer gets the call. And it's the 4th foul on Maya Reeder. And Blake Dyer now heads to the line shooting 2. Blake Dyer's, she was 0 for 2 in the first quarter. And here she drills the first. And now Susquenita is calling a timeout. And it's a full timeout for Susquenita. That's all they have. Any comments down on the Super Bowl? Any comments on the big game yet so far?
Nope.
We asked everybody of who they are rooting for in the Super Bowl tomorrow.
I think with this game, they don't really care. It's such an interesting game to the finish.
Yep, it's gonna be an exciting game tomorrow. I'll tell you what. But this is a huge sports weekend. You got Jugger Duck here. You got UNC and Duke in basketball tonight. Golf fans, the Phoenix Open is happening right now. It's one of the more popular tournaments. Dirt track racing is back.
PA Posse is doing good in the South.
Yeah. Just gotta keep it going. The World Outlaws is back in action for the season. Blake Dyer's second free throw coming up. And of course, the big one tomorrow, Super Bowl 60. This will be on NBC. And second free throw is short for Blake Dyer. Hey, Mustangs now up by 4. Quick shove. This is a fourth foul now on Sage Miller. Or no, that's actually the fifth on Sage Miller. And Sage Miller has fouled out of this game with 9 points. That's a big loss for the West Prairie Lady Mustangs. Now they got to keep it together. Coming in for West Prairie on the foul out is Mia Smith. There's a 3-point shot. They needed that one. Offensive rebound. And 1 minute remains in our junior varsity girls game. Jump ball, Susquenita possession.
Just under a minute left, 58 seconds.
Substitution coming for the Lady Mustangs. Aaron Lufer back in. Susquenita needs this one. It's off the mark and offensive foul and a foul. This will be on Aaron Lufer. And it's Megan Wexler who has scored most of her points from the free throw line. She's 4 for 7 from the line here. Now 2 more free throws coming. Megan Wexler, first one. Real strong. West Prairie fans making noise on that one. 49.6 seconds left in our junior varsity girls game. Varsity boys coming up next. And free throw for Wexler. A low strong, but it drops in anyway. Whistle, and yep, that was an intentional foul, and Blake Dyer ahead to the line shooting 2. Quick foul, first on Harper Houck. Blake Dyer once again heading to the line, 1 for 4 so far today. First free throw just a bit short. Substitution for the Lady Hawks, Gabriella Canals back in for Susquenita. Coming in for Mia Eckert. Free throw for Blake. Drops in. Back to a 4-point lead. Desperation time for the Lady Hawks. Trying to get a junior varsity sweep. West Prairie trying to split the first 2 games here today. And this shot is off the mark, and Alyssa Moret gets it back. Alyssa Moret trying to hang on, takes a shot, a little strong. And Aaron Lufer has it, and West Prairie calls the timeout. 26-22 for West Prairie. It's another, what's this, a 30-second timeout? No, it's a full timeout. West Prairie has 1 30-second timeout left in this one.
A timeout's longer than we have left in the game. 24.6 seconds.
I think this is a good call here for Ali Howard because you realize that she was in trouble, even though you're up by 4, you do not want to give away costly turnovers at this point in the game and give Susquenita any hope of making a comeback here. But no, I think this is a really good call here for Ali Howard and the West Prairie Lady Mustangs to catch their breath a little bit. Because during that timeout talk for Steve Collins, the JV coach for Susquenita, He's saying we got to get the ball back right away. If you have to foul somebody, and if I was Susquenita, there's one player that Susquenita should foul, and that's Blake Dyer. Because Blake Dyer has really been struggling from the free throw line here today. 2 for 6 so far in this one. Anything can still happen in the next 24 seconds. Lady Mustangs with the ball. A nice pass and Aaron Lufer. The shot was good, but it doesn't drop in. And now Susquenita with hope. Yeah, hurry here if you're Susquenita. Here is Reeder. Reeder under double coverage and throws it away, and Aaron Lufer intercepts it. And a foul call on Aaron Lufer, swinging her arms around. And West Prairie fans not happy about this call. And a whistle, or excuse me, a buzzer off the scores table. I think Mike Garrett, the scorebook keeper for Westbury, wanted to make sure that was a foul. Like, wanted to make sure who it was on. And now Susquenita coach is getting an explanation on this foul. For some reason, I mean, it was on Westbury, Aaron Lufer. Right now, you have to go for free and hopefully get it in with the foul if you're Susquenita.
5 seconds.
Has to take a shot, and it's off the mark, and the West Prairie Lady Mustangs will get the win in the junior varsity girls game. And West Prairie and Susquenita split the first 2 games of the day, and we will not see a season sweep. A sweep here today for either one of these schools. But we split the junior varsity games, and West Prairie gets the 26-22 win in the JV girls game. What a day.
That was a heck of a game.
2 fantastic games. And we still got 2 more to go here at Susquenita High School as West Prairie junior varsity girls celebrate and get the win. Now, West Prairie girls, JV girls still has 1 more game left this season. That will be on Tuesday at James Buchanan over in Mercersburg. And for Susquenita JV boys and girls basketball, their season has come to an end here today. And 2 games down, 2 more to go here at Susquenita High School. And coming up next is the varsity boys game, a rematch of the Perry County Championship game. Approximately at 2:15. And, well, excuse me, 4:15, but I think it's got to be a little bit further than that. But we'll be back right here on a brand new stream on the Perry County Talk Sports Zone Facebook page and on the Pico Sports Talk YouTube channel. And we'll see you for the varsity game, starting with the boys in a rematch of the Perry County Championship. Your winners here in the junior varsity girls game. West Prairie by a score of 26-22. We'll see you later for varsity boys in Game 3 of Chuck and Duck 2026.